Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Oh my goodness. I see Miss Bonnie is in the chat. I don't know. How is everyone? I'm pulling up my screen over here so I can look at more chat than one at a time. But hi, it's Becky. Hi, too. Vintage Viking Treasures. I am home, if you can't tell. This is how much voice I have. I don't have a bunch of it. Yeah, so I have a whole bunch of stuff to catch up on with everybody. Hi, Stephanie. There's Miss Kristen. Hi, Kristen. How are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for coming over and helping out again tonight. I appreciate it so much. There's Jeff. He's in the basement watching. Okay, not people. What do I need? It's been a while. I don't remember what I need to log in with. Good grief. I take a week off. That's what it gets me, huh? But I was really pooped coming back from Texas. So I appreciate y'all giving me that week to kind of just take the week off again. I mean, I know I get to decide when I do this and when I don't do this, but I know it's kind of a bummer whenever you're hoping somebody's going to be on and they're like, oh no, never mind. Something came up. It happens, but I try not to do it all the time. So I'm not hiding Jeff in the basement. He's just chilling after work, hanging out, sitting in the chair, all that kind of stuff. So I thought I was getting there. Go to my channel, open it up. One for the live. That's what we want. So I think I found a few things that I got on the way home. I got a few things when we were in Texas. Hi, Ramola. How are you doing tonight? And I'm going to go back up to the top of the chat and make sure I said hello to everyone now that I got it on here. And let's see, what else? Who did I miss? Bonnie Chu, Stephanie, Marcy. How are the Beckers doing this evening? We got all the Beckers back in Colorado. Kristen, Ramola, Jeff, Bonnie, Jeff. Mom's in the chat. Got to see Mom and Gail this weekend at the Viking Fair. Stephanie, Bonnie. I think we got it. I think I'm caught up. Cool. So yeah. Hi, again, it's me, Becky, Vintage Viking Treasures. I am back in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I did just about 2.5 weeks. There's Gail in Texas that we did the whole round top thing. Now, I came back early because I had the what would be the word? I had already committed to doing the Viking Fair at my lodge, which the two Scandinavian fairs, well, there's 3 of them, but the 2 Norwegian ones that I do are some of the biggest shows that I have. And they're local for me. One's in Colorado Springs, one's in Denver. I don't have to drive very far. And, they're close. So I'm not driving a long distance and having to stay a long time. So those are the ones that are my kind of non-negotiables that I need to be back for. And then Barb stayed in Round Top to finish up that because it went through this Saturday as well when my Viking Fair was. What is with the numbers after a username? I have no idea. Is that something new? Are they maybe extending? Does mine have one if I type in the chat? Nope, mine doesn't, but I don't know. No one knows. My first thought was maybe they're extending the users and they're trying to make it so that more people can have usernames. Like bank accounts have to be longer and stuff. So it started about a week ago. See, that's what I get. As soon as I go, I'm not on for a little while. Something happens that is new and changed on YouTube. So, but I mean, Jeff's a wrench. So I was just gonna say it's not because he's a wrench. Because Kristen's a wrench. Anyway, we'll just leave it up to it's a YouTube thing, I guess, for now. So yeah, I came back. I drove back last week. So y'all know, Tuesday and Wednesday. I fell asleep immediately about 9:30 Central Time when I got to the hotel on Tuesday. So, oh, well, whatever. I'm not too concerned about it. I think it'll be all right. It's a little weird though, but yeah. So, and then, so I was home for one day where I did some errands, sat still for like 2 hours. And then when Jeff got home from work, we unloaded the van, reloaded the van for the Viking Fair on Thursday afternoon. And then on Friday, I drove it over to the lodge and I set up for the Viking Fair most of the day on Friday. And then Saturday was our Viking Fair. And it was one of the biggest attended fairs that we have had at our lodge, probably since pre-situation, before 2020. Our coordinator, the gal who has worked with our vendors and stuff, finally got the request in or approved or whatever for them to do a little local segment on us on the news, like a local community event. And so there was a little 2-minute video on our local news. And then that got picked up they put it out on their Facebook page. And that got picked up by I Love Colorado Springs Facebook page and Things to Do in Colorado Springs Facebook page and something else. So we had people that came from all the way down from Denver, all the way up north from Pueblo. And we had a turnout, so which is fantastic. But it was like all day long people. So it was a whole nother kind of, then it gets loud. And the little voice that I did have, I was using to, be up here higher and louder so everybody could hear me. And so I still haven't got my voice back altogether. So, but that being said, it was a great show, great fair. If you've been here a little while, you know about, yeah, right. My mom was like, I saw you on TV while I was in Texas. I was like, great. So they did some interviews while they were making lefse to tell about the lodge and about what our event was. And then they put up pictures from previous fairs, and one of which was me sitting at my booth. So that was kind of fun. It's kind of cool. And then at the same time, because we had so many people, if you've heard us talking about making lefse, we make lefse for the lodge as fundraisers. And we normally sell, they're 5-packs. We normally sell about 100 of them at this event. We sold 275 packs at this event, and we have nothing left in our freezer. And we are now behind the 8 ball for the last couple events in the year, and we're going to have to do double baking days to get enough lefse back for our Christmas fair up in Denver and our Lutefisk dinner that's coming up in November. So a lot of time is going to be spent this last half of the month now that I'm home at the lodge making lefse, making cookies, and that kind of stuff, helping everybody get ready for those fairs that are coming up. It seems to be our big events and fundraisers are this time of year. So I know. Oops, we just made too much money. Darn. But a good thing. All in all, hi, Geneva. Good to see you. So I am also still then going, oh, I'm pooped like I've been gone. I left the 27th of September, and I haven't basically stopped since Sunday. Sunday was the first day I didn't have to do anything. So here we are. We're back. We have some Tuesday night sales. I have Kristen in the house, going to help us out with some modding. I have a couple different things that I bought in Round Top. And I have a few things that I bought since I've been home and that I bought on the way home. So that's what I figured I'd bring you all tonight. And whatever runs out first, my voice or the items. And I figure that's will be what it is for the evening. Now, as we go tonight, I could probably give you all some more details about Round Top. It is a whole nother animal in terms of shows. It's not like a normal antique show because it spans multiple cities, multiple fields, multiple venues, multiple weeks. I think the first venue to open up started on September 28th. And I think the fields are shutting down sometime this week, like around the 28th. So there's activity a whole month long in that area of Texas. But our venue ran from the 4th to the 18th. The property that our house is on. So, again, it's nothing like anything we've ever done before. And basically it's a whole new experience for us and something that we're really going to have to like build on and our reputation so that people know where we are and who we are and what kind of things we bring. And that's why we kind of went with that whole Colorado Girls, because every time we're in a show, we've been in lots of different shows throughout the year, throughout other states. And they're like, oh, the Colorado Girls are here. So we just ran with it. And that's why all of our signs say Colorado Girls. And then they say our business names. So, yeah, Mom's doing a little craft fair this weekend at her little building. So, there's gonna be crazy stuff going on. I think from now until the first week in December. And then following that, we're basically right close to starting the 12 Days of Christmas again. I think eventually there will probably be some changes in how I do things based on the commitments that I have made with different places and stuff like that. But for right now, through the end of this year, we're rolling with trying to stay on a regular basis on the Tuesday. So with that being said, I'm just going to start with, I found a whole bunch of fun little Christmas ornaments because I got lots of places we're starting to put out Christmas. And I'm just I have enough that we don't even have to like do just Christmas sales. We'll start with a choice. How about, Miss Kristen, of $3 choice. I have these snowman guys. There's like 5 different ones. These are the bigger 2. They are crackled and glittered. This one is an angel with wings. He stands with the stars approximately 5 inches tall. And they have the little hook right here. It's bent down, but you can bend it back up to hang it. And the other choice is just about 4 inches tall. And this one has a little garland of stars. And along the lines of getting caught up from being gone from Round Top, I know one person asked me about invoicing. So I will be, like I had said before, with the on the road Tuesdays that I did get done. Those will be combined with this one, so I can hopefully get all of that caught up. And I haven't forgot about it. It's all still right here. It's not going anywhere, but we'll get that all caught up and everything. So I believe these were, like a mass produced. This one was originally $10.95. They're kind of like a plaster, lightweight ornament, but cute little characterized. That's the word I'm looking for. Little snowmen. Okay, your stars are sticking to you funny. There we go. So those are the bigger 2, and I was thinking I had a box to put stuff in, but I don't. We're going to move things from right to left or left to right, whatever that is. And let's find the next snowman, because where did they go? Hi, Becky. Good to see you. I bet you they're not. Sorry, I'm bouncing you. When I unwrap them, we'll get to the other ones that match that one. I got this guy. I've had these before. These are the glass blown trees with they're putting wine charms or the stemware markers on it. So you have it as a decor item and then like you can use it for a party. This would be a $10 start. I believe this one is new and packaged because when I looked at it super fast, everything was still in the box. I'll show you right here. There's the tree inside there. Let's see if we got up. So yep, here's the tree. Stands on a mirror. The tree itself is just 8 inches tall. I'm going to put it right back in there with all its packing. And then it has 9 charms that can hang on the branches, which are the little bitty ornaments in different colors with glitter, and they have the little bitty, the bead rings where you could put them on, use them to identify glasses if you want, but they can hang on the tree with or without the rings. So everybody should be in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. And make sure that there's 5 in this one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And these are all the different colors then. Looks like we have 2 greens, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 pink, 1 brown or gold, 2 purples, and a lighter gold, like a light yellow. And that's the color that comes in there. So I've seen it before with just other little ornaments that are glass or just the glass balls. I haven't seen it with the wine charm rings. So regardless, I was surprised it was all new in box. So that's that guy. We're going to go totally different direction. This is a clear glass figure. I think it's Costa Boda. I'm not quite sure. When I did a quick search of it, it's a Scandinavian glass company of some sort. I would start it at $16. Now they're calling it a juggler. Some people were calling it the Olympic rings. It's very, very similar, but the Olympic rings usually overlap a little bit more. It is not marked, but I'll take off the rest of that sticker for you. But it looks very, very similar to, there's multiple Scandinavian glass companies that do these standing figures where they're flat on the back and flat on the bottom. Like I've had them for the animals. So I've had an elephant and I've had a giraffe like this before. So I thought it was kind of neat with being a juggler, and or, if you're really into the Olympics and it's close enough for you, it kind of reads that as well. He is 7 inches tall and 4.5, almost, 4.5 inches wide at the top. So, but otherwise he'll probably eventually make it to my Scandinavian boxes, which that was fun. And been in there for a while and pulled that all together. I tried to take different things this time to I'm trying not to take the same stuff every year. Let's put it that way. I always try and have some new boxes that go with me, and I have sweaters. And so I tried to pull quite a bit of something that hadn't been to my fair before. So all right, you guys can let me know which way you want to do this. I know we've had these squirrels before. These are the wall hanging squirrels. I have 1 large, and then 2 small. I can do them individually if somebody wants some of the smaller ones, or if you want them all together, I can do a price all together. The little ones are, let's just for ease, the little ones are about 5 inches long. And I would start those at $8 each. I love their eyes. Yeah, I am. Everybody's like, oh, where's the sweater lady? I didn't know. We're called the glass, Colorado girls, the glass, glass booth, sweater lady, all the things. The large one is 9 inches by 5. So she is 9 inches long, 5 inches across, and she stands up about 3.5 inches tall. And this one would be 16. So we would have the small ones would be a choice at 8 each. The large one would be 16, or we can combine it all and come up with a number if somebody wants the whole set. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have had a size in between these two previously. I'm pretty sure I've had one about about that big before, and I've had a black one and a gray one. So they've come in several different colors. I believe these are made in Japan. They have the holes for mounting on the wall, so they look like they're climbing the walls. Or you can leave them nice and flat on your counter, and they just have the cutesy little eyes and faces. These critters don't bother me. We had some new critters in Texas that were a little different. There's some big spiders. Those I just steered clear of. We had frogs. They like to hang out around. Oh, sorry. Speaking of spiders, something fell out of that piece of paper. I have a really good startle reflex. If you haven't been here before, that is going to get taken care of right now. And yeah, see, spiders. I usually steer clear of those things. There was one on the fence that was about yay big, which means, I'd say about 4 inches with his legs. Big yellow body. Barb was she wanted to take pictures of them all. Pictures of the cute little frogs that were at the shower house. Pictures of the cute little spider on the fence. I was like, oh no, I'm good. I'm gonna stay way back here. It's not a problem. No, it was not a glass spider. It was an icky, dried up one. Ew. So, what else did we have that was? Oh, one of the other vendors just down the street from us had a snake shed its skin through their booth like 4 or 5 days into the show. I was like, oh, wonderful. I'm glad I'm done looking at your booth, and I'm gonna leave now. But I mean, I know the snake wasn't there anymore, but oh yeah. And they're like, well, where there's snakes, there's other critters, because they're here to eat the other things. I'm like, oh goodness sakes. I'm not built for non-Colorado critters. So here's the other little snowmen that are similar, but they're the smaller ones. They'll be $2 choice. 3.5 inches tall. So we have the one with a stocking and the one with a star. This one's hook is a lot smaller, but it is there. I believe it's still there. Yeah, because it had a string through it. So we have those two as a choice, and you can see how they coordinate with the stars from the first two I showed. Oh, and yes, and thanks to Kim for coming on, her first time on her live with me while we did on the road as well from Round Top. She did great. I know she was worried about it, but she did a great job. And I think she was working on getting all of her stuff shipped and invoiced and all that out. Should be all taken care of, I hope. I haven't caught up with her yet totally on that, but it's been 2 weeks. I think she's pretty close. So that was really fun to have her on while we were in Texas. And okay, so the last one of the little snowmen is the littlest snowman, and he is 2.5 inches tall, and he would be $2. So I know, wasn't it fun to be able to everybody to see Kim? I know she was worried about it, but she did a great job. I think once you get going on it, it's not you become old hand it real quick, right? Right, Kristen? So those were the 5 that were all of a set. Let's see, what else? I found a new place I like to stop. I've stopped there twice. I actually looked for it in the wrong little town. I was like, I think it's in this city. Nope, it was in the next town up. Now I have to remember that from here on out. Let's just do a little choice this way. They will be, let's do a $3 start. I have a boy. Well, is he Boyd? No, he's Russ. It's a Russ Bear angel ornament plush, or the what they call them, beanie bells, the little jingle beanies. that Ty did, and this is Halo, the angel bear with the hanger here. They will be a $3 choice. So, yay, Kim's in the house. Yay, I'm glad everything was delivered and y'all did it. See? You did it. You've accomplished it. Now, I think I have to go into discussions with my mods because and we'll see when I'm hoping that see now I'm going to talk about it now. I'm hoping that we can go all three of us on in January. So, we'll see what we can figure out schedule-wise. Since it's all of our birthday month. So, all right, there's the little plush ones. So it's kind of funny that we all have the same birthday month. Okay, what's next? Did I show this one? I can't remember if I showed him before I left or not. This is a Hallmark, like through their Merry Miniature one line before they got smaller, teeny tiny smaller. It's a turkey. He would be $3. It's marked Hallmark on the bottom. And then these were made in China. There's the original price tag, $3.25. Yep, Hallmark cards. I think it has a date on it. Do I have a magnifying glass? Yes, I do. 1987. Yeah, so if you've been around a little while, you've probably heard before that Kristen and I have the same birthday. And then Kim is also a January birthday. It's just not on the exact same day. So, we can have a whole January birthday month something celebration. I'm not sure what it would be exactly yet, but hey, one can only hope, right? I think we're just going to stick on the $3 choice for the ornaments. This guy is one of the Hallmark Santas. He is from 2000, I believe, or 2006. 2006. So he's a cute little Santa with a scene on him. He's holding his pack and a tree. And here on the bottom, it says Hallmark 2006. He is just about 3 inches tall. As we go on these ornaments, you can, if anybody wants to claim something, just put in an identifying word, and it's basically a choice of $3. I think I got until I run out of this size. How's that? I have a snowman light bulb. Somebody took and was creative and put plaster, Paris, I don't know, over a bulb. He's got a little Santa hat, and then here is his hanger, is a wire. So that is a handcrafted one. The bulb and through the hat is just over 3 inches tall. Let's see. I have a little stained glass angel. We have blue glass. It's got some like iridized finish on the side. The halo, and then the wings are pressed tin. She is just under 3 inches tall. I'm assuming you could just hang her from the top of the loop there on her halo. This guy came with his hook. I have a glown. Here we go. That's going to be it between can't hear me and I'm going to mix up my words. A blown glass. Buffalo, bison, Tatanka, all the things. $3 is probably a really good deal on him. It says OWC on his tag. Right there. I can't flip it back over. There it is. Right there. There's no mark on the bottom. He is approximately 3.5 by 3. Deborah would like the angel. You got it, Deborah. I'm really on it, guys. Fucker. Perfect. One ornament for Miss Deborah. Gotcha. So that is the bison. I thought actually he was really well done. I'm pretty sure I've seen this company before, but I don't remember what it stands for. The initial stand for on it. It's not the high end one, the Hagen Renekers, but still pretty good quality. I have a Washington D.C. monument, which is the Jefferson Monument. No, nope. Holy crud! I was just there. That's not Jefferson. What's the tower called? Not the Lincoln, not the Jefferson. Just says Capital Delights, local artisan from Alexandria, Virginia. This was somebody who purchased this mark this 1995. Oh, it's just the Washington Monument. There we go. And they've it's like pottery or clay, and they've pushed a texture into it with the flag as well is pushed into the clay. And then it reads Washington, D.C. at the bottom. And there is the artisan that made it locally. So even 95, I mean, we're looking at 40 years ago. This one was created 40, 25, no, 30 years ago. I can math. We're getting back in the swing of it. All right. We'll do this guy as a $3 start as well. He is not an ornament, but he is a little shelf sitter. A wooden and painted snowman. I know, I was like 95, that's can't be 40. I'm like, we were married 30 years ago. 4 inches by 3 inches. Between just being doing stuff all the time and I think just being tired and then a little bit of the allergies, my brain and my body are starting to rebel. They're like, you need some time down. So I sat still this afternoon and Jeff's like, how long were you asleep? I said, well, not that long. I know, he's a cutie. I said, because he said, well, you answered me right away when I was leaving. I said, yeah, I don't think I can't imagine I was asleep for very long, but I did get a short nap this afternoon. I have a couple squishmallows. We have a gnome. He does not have any tags. They cut him off, but there'll be $3 starts as well. This is their standard size of the smaller ones, which are about he's about 7 inches with his little hat. He's got a nice soft beard and a teal mint body with red and white stripes. Or this one looks like a little cinnamon roll. And do they say on them what they are? Since he didn't have tags, I didn't get to look at his. I don't think so. This one is just about 6 inches tall, 6.5. Cute little cinnamon roll. These are good for the stockings. Squish them right in there. Oh, yeah. Right? I'm telling you, living out of a little dorm room refrigerator basically is what we had. We could go to the grocery store and get like 2 days worth of meals that we could make in our little toaster oven, or Barb brought a little convection oven down. So we'd have that, or we were eating out at restaurants. So we'd eat out at a restaurant, save half of it and eat it for lunch the next day, and then put something in the oven. And then, a couple days later, we had to go to the grocery store again. There wasn't much room. It's a bottle brush tree, but it is a different texture and a little bit lighter color than I normally see. It doesn't have, so it's a $3 start again. It doesn't have anything added to it. So no sparkle, no glitter, no snow, no nothing. It could be one of your year-round trees. It is about 6 inches tall. Again, made in China, but it's plastic. And a lot of the bottle brush around Christmas are more of the paper limbs, and some of them get bent, and then all the glitter gets everywhere. But I kind of like this one for the colorway on it. And I mean, always the fun stuff to put them in, like little things like that to make vignettes. So this could go further into other seasons than just winter, being the color that it is. And I apologize for this, but I think that's the only way I'm going to keep a voice tonight. All right. Whoa, stand up there, guys. Let's go here. I have a chicken pincushion. Somebody made this little guy. It's like a pyramid almost. It's triangle each direction. I would say a $5 start. It's approximately 3 by 3.5 by 3 inches tall. We have a little bit of the feather look with the black and white material, the little beak, and they looks like they did little stick-on eyes. That's why they're glossy. But it's full of something that it feels like a pincushion. So it's got like the sand feel or the sawdust feel to it. I know, right? So cute little chick. And it's weighted so it shouldn't, like fall over. When you're putting the pins in the pin cushion sometimes and it scoots across the table you're working on, that gets frustrating. So it has a little bit of weight to it. I have some new, I don't know how old they are, but they are kits. They haven't been opened. I was going to see if I saw a date on them. Oh, well, there is a date. I guess it's new old stock. They're 10 years old. Not exactly vintage or anything yet, but it'll be a choice. And I'm thinking we'll just do, let's do $3 choice. The Beatery is the brand. That's the brand that used to make all these. I think it's one of the brands that used to make the faceted beads, like the tri-points and all that. So this kit was from 2015, and it has to make snowflakes for 8. It makes 8 snowflakes, and everything's in there that you need other than the tools and, say, a measuring tape or a ruler. So you know how long your sides are. That is the first choice. We're going to call that red snowflakes. Then we have this one is light blue snowflakes. It makes 12. This was from 15 as well, so 10 years ago. Again, same company, has all the things inside, tells you what you need: glue gun, pliers, ruler. And the last choice are the clear snowflakes. And this one makes 24. And this one was from 2016. It needs scissors, pliers, and looks like a wire cutter. So you could make all sorts of little gifts for kids or for giveaways or whatever like that. You're making like cookies and stuff at the holidays. 24, 12, and 8. So these are probably the biggest ones, size-wise. And these are probably the smallest ones. Those are the 3 choices on the bead kit. Okay. Once I get through this Christmas, I have a couple Halloween or fall items that I didn't show you before I left, and I'm going to throw those on tonight as well. Okay. Where are we at? We're here. Okay. I have another ornament. This will be a $5 start. This is a snow baby on a crescent moon. She has that typical acrylic hanger with a little flocked porcelain look, the big bright blue eyes. So this one is a hanging ornament, or you could put it on a hanging display on a countertop. Yeah, I know. I wish we had more time for so many things at this point. About 3.5 by 3.5 and about 1 inch thick. Hi, Carol. Good to see you. So we had Stephanie, we had Carol. We've got Carol back in, glowy girl. She's got, there's a mark on the bottom. It's itty bitty. I'll get out my magnifying glass. I don't know if you guys can read it or not. What does it say? It says, Snow Babies, Department 56, Taiwan. So that should give you kind of a time period in which this one was made. And speaking of which, I think it's still in the car. I picked up some other Snow Babies this afternoon. Totally forgot about those tonight. Had my hands full when I came in. So Stephanie is at 8. Carol says 10. I brought in the bag that I got some books and some bookends. And I left the box of Snow Babies out in the car because I didn't have enough hands to get in the door. So Stephanie is out. Carol is in at 10. Lovely girl, counting her down. This is Snow Baby with Moon. We are at 10. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of the interest. Now, I've seen this characterization, this character before, and I'm not mesmerized the brand or the company that made these. I've seen a couple of them. So here we have, I don't know, a Santa angel sitting on a moon. It's a flat surface with the felted feet. We can be a $6 start on this guy as well. His crescent moon has a lot of glitter and detail. Like it looks like it's got craters all over it. He's got a star going off of his hand up here. And he's got pressed tin wings in the back. So he is approximately 5.5 inches tall, about 5 inches wide, and about 2 inches deep. So this company is the David Frykman, Frykman portfolio. The David Frykman portfolio. 1996 trademark. But these are resin pieces. Well, hi, Laura. Welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for coming and saying hi tonight. So he's got a lot of glitter everywhere. And he's a little bit heavier because he is solid. But again, there's the gold foil with the name and the company and all that stuff. And I've seen other Santas with him from this company. And I've seen bigger figurines. And I think I've seen some animals too. But I'm not as familiar with them. They weren't as prolific as some of like the Snow Babies, Precious Moments, those ones from the late 80s, early 90s. So, okay. I have a mug. It says Happy Trails. This will be a $5 mug. Little campers in pastels on a beige background. So we have blues, yellows, pinks, or pinky peach. They are 3D. They're kind of embossed into the side of the mug. The brand is Spectrum Designs. Dishwasher safe. And then that little phrase is also, nope, it's just printed on there. It's not pressed in. But fun little mug. I keep finding them that I have washed off and then haven't put together to take to the booth. And I'm like, oh, where did all these mugs come from? Because I think I have 2 other Christmas ones sitting next to the sink right now. All right. Oh, okay. We're going to save those for a second. And I'm going to go to, I have some pillow covers that are for fall. So I have 2 different themes. Let's put it that way. So I have one of each available in each of the prints that I do have. And I would do, I had these out at, I had these 2 that I put forms in. I had them out at Round Top, and I would just take out the forms and do them flat so you could get your own to put in it and stuff it. So Yep, that's what we're hearing. So I had these on an 18. I think I would do eight, I mean, excuse me, 10 just for the pillow cover itself. So they have a zipper in the base right here. And they're pretty standard sizes because I've been able to find um, forms for them pretty easily. This one is 16 square. So I have this one with the two girls that says let's get spooky. So kind of the vintage print with the jack-o'-lanterns and the black cat, the cute little Mary Janes with the socks, their little flipped hairstyles. I thought they were really cute, vintage kind of postcard or Valentine-y kind of graphics. And then the other one that came with that, which is also a 16-inch. Yep. Same $10 start is the three cats that say Happy Halloween. And I think they're so cute. Their little collars. I was really surprised that these didn't go. Oranges, blacks, white, all in this beige kind of a burlap kind of background. I had somebody come in and go, "Oh, do you have two of the cats?" I said, "No, just one." They're like, "Okay, never mind." I was like, "Okay, well, I'm sorry, I only have one." But yeah, I like the vintage graphic look of them. So those are the two that I put forms in. And then the other choices that I have are more of they look more like a picture that was printed. I don't have forms in these, but they are again that 16-inch fellow form size. And I'm pretty sure they're all different. Yes, they are. So oranges, blacks, whites kind of background. We have the zipper here at the bottom. It's that kind of invisible zipper kind of look to it where it's sewn into the seam. So this is the first choice. We have the black cat with the jack-o'-lanterns and the ghost. Now these were hiding downstairs with my Scandinavian stuff. Imagine that. Totally missed these for taking them to Round Top. Next choice, $10 start, is the owl with the jack-o'-lantern and a bat in the background. Now these are more of a silky polyester kind of. There's no texture to this one. They came in a four choices. A little character, kind of witch. She's in a witch hat, but a cute little foofy dress on a broom with bats. I wanted to offer them to you guys before I tried to put them out in my booth here in the last week and a half of October. And then like a little haunted house with the lights on in the background and the jack-o'-lanterns. So those were the more specific Halloween kind of ones. Okay, we did that, we did that. We don't need those yet. We did the chicken. Okay, this is the other thing that I have that is more towards, I would say, towards Thanksgiving or fall. I have a pair of Native American little vintage shakers. We have the chief here in his big headdress. I think these need to start at 15. And then we have the little maiden with her headband with the feather. She's got the three shakers. And where was his? Oh, his is on the back of his head, the two. They have their stoppers made in Japan with the stickers. Really good paint. Not much paint loss. We still have fingers, I think. Yep. We still have noses. There's a little bit of roughness around the edges, but we have all the major things are still here. The top of the feather. Cute little set for a vignette or setting a table. And those are the ceramic style shakers. And I'm going to put them in the mug so they don't tip over. She reminds me a little bit, just the bottom half. She looks like Porky Pig's girlfriend on Warner Brothers. I can't remember her name at all. Just her shoes and her dress remind me of that. All right. So that and that. Oh yeah, and we're just buzzing through it tonight. Anybody have any questions about Round Top? Just curious. Yes, Petunia. There you go, Becky. Thank you. That makes total sense. It's going to be definitely something that we're going to be building on. The next time we will be down there will be in January. I believe it's a 4-day show in January. So they call their winter show. And then their spring show is in March. So that'll be the next couple of dates that we have for there. Well, I was going to try and separate these, but they are 1, 2, 3. They are tangled. 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess it's not. I think we're going to do them as a group. I have 20 glass icicles. Looks like we have frosted. And then we have some that are the clear with a little bit of iridized look to them. There's supposed to be 20 here. These are newer ones. So they would be, I'm going to do them just for the group because like they were in a baggie and they are tangled. So $4 for the group. I mean, a little bit of time, we could get them taken apart. This is the clear one. Like, see it a little bit more up close, how it's a twisted icicle. They are glass. They are just over 5 inches long. Laura, it takes well, let's see, two different ways we have gone. Hi, MJ. You're in at 4 on the icicles. We went the longer route, which was across Kansas and then south at Salina, south straight down. And that took about 16 hours. So we can count these down for MJ for that pile of icicles. And the other way we can go is we can go just south out of Colorado Springs, but then we go over Raton Pass and over a long stretch in Texas where we know there's not a lot of gas stations. So on the way down there with the moving truck, the U-Haul, we didn't want to take it over the pass and wanted to make sure that we had gas stations within close enough intervals that we weren't running out of gas. So thank you, MJ. So you have the icicle set, singular, icicles, plural. I see. I'm going to go with Kristen spelled them. And then on the way back, I decided to go the same way because there was supposed to be snow and rain over Raton Pass. And I would much rather drive an extra 2 hours on nice flat land than going over the pass. So I did it. On my way back, I did the same thing. I went straight up to Salina in Kansas and then went west from there. And since it's a way we go a lot, it's we know where we like to stop. We know where all the gas stations and the bathrooms are, so it makes it a little bit easier. A little bit longer, but easier. So, yeah. Okay. Trying to think. So, yeah, our house I did post some shorts. I tried to post them both on YouTube and on Instagram. So the majority of them, I think, are on both platforms. You can kind of see the spin I did of the empty house, which is basically a square box house. It reminds me of our first house that we had here in downtown Colorado Springs. And then it was, like a dining room, a living room, and 2 bedrooms. And then they would kick out, a bathroom off of one side or a kitchen out the back. And that's basically what this house, how it was originally built as well. So they did a lot of work redoing it. Took some time to do that after they made their main gallery. So they were living in their RV the whole time because the house wasn't livable, literally, when they first bought the property. So They've got a really great, nice, big gallery building now that they have their shop in, and then their house is on the back half of that shop as well. So, and then their piece of property runs the original house with an attached 4-car garage, so two car bay stalls with a big hangover roof. Next to that is a shed, which a gentleman rented that one out, and he's calling it the Shed at the Spur is his name. So he's got a lot of furniture, rustic stuff, oriental enamel ware, and the like concrete stuff for yards, and lots of his just stays out year round and isn't inside. We have air conditioning, closed locked doors, great lighting with can lights in the ceiling. And then the last building is their gallery that they have on the property. And then they're going to be adding some more cottages, which are, like the sheds you see at Home Depot and stuff. She had 3 of them, and she's got them all rented, or well, 2 of them rented, and 1 she's keeping for herself. So they're like a 12 by 20 and a 12 by 30. 1 is going to be an artist that's moving in, and 1 is going to be another vendor that's moving in. So there'll be 2 more people selling the next time we're there. So that will also help with drawing in people at our location. So, okay, I found some more of the felted handmade ornaments. I am fine with starting these at $2 each. And it can just be a choice. Hi, Midge. Good to see you. Welcome in. So I have a teddy bear. They're all pretty much, the same, similar kind of size. I would say like 3-inch by 2-inch, 3-inch by 4-inch. We have a duck and a Santa hat. So if you're interested in any of these handcrafted felted ornaments, just put the name of the critter or I think we got some Mr. and Mrs. Claus down the way here. All right, Miss Bonnie, you just let me know. Just put in the name of the one you want, because I have like a good 15 of them to go through. Unless you just want first dibs on all of them by putting in your $2. Either way. So we're going to put felt ornament. And she would like the bear. You got it. Put him over here. We did the duck. I have a rocking horse in red. I'm thinking these were done in about that 80s period, because this fabric looks super familiar to me. This one was a shape. Goodness, I know Kristen knows from making these. This is a hard shape to stuff because these are like 3D. Some of these they took some time to do them. We have a soldier, like a tin soldier, toy soldier. This one is 1, 2, 3, about 6 inches tall. We have a snowman that they crocheted the hat and the scarf as a toothpick, looks like, for a walking stick. And little felt, like they took a hole punch with the felt to make the buttons and the eyes. Rick Rack for the mouth, right there. I have a unicorn. A little bit of metallic thread throughout and on the trim. Let's see what the next one has for us. So the town that we live, that our address is for our house is Carmine, just spelled Carmine, but it's pronounced Carmine. And it's really close to what they call Carmine at the Y, which is where a lot of other vendors are located. You can look that up on a map. It's pretty easy to find, quite frankly. That's at Carmine, go east, and it's the next Y that it dead ends into for the highways, and we're just basically a block down from that. There's venues to the north of us, to the south of us, and then you go south to Round Top and Warrenton, and that's where the other big major venues are. The Big Red Barn, which was, we could see it from our front porch. I have an elephant. Now that one opened up a week ago Sunday. It was $250 to get in for the first day for a VIP ticket. And then it was $40 on Monday. Or it was Columbus Day weekend, Sunday, Monday that it opened. For Monday, it was $40 from 9 until 2 to get in. We have a little lion. He's got sequins and beads, gold and orange. And then there was one more venue that opened on that next Tuesday. The day I left, the last venue opened finally. I have a polar bear with a green felt scarf. So yeah, it's a wide range. That's something I didn't know when we started this. Was I thought that most everything would be like the same dates for being open, and they have multiple different publications, catalogs that people can advertise in, and then they have these huge charts in the back of it where all the venues are and what day they start and what day they end throughout the whole thing. Yes. The shop, you like paying admission. Yes, the Big Red Barn for their first day has a VIP day. And it's $250 per person to get in on the first day. Yes. I mean, I think they have like they probably have food and beverage for them and stuff like that. It's meant to be so that like they can kind of my understanding is it's kind of a more high end, so they can have their special clients come in that they can cater to a little bit more and have a little bit more time with the vendors instead of it being a big crowded space. Yes, Laura. So the first venue opened on September 28th, and I think the last venue will close October 28th. But within that, everything opens and closes within that whole month window. So not everybody is open at the same time. So we are set up permanently in our house, so we can have the owner of the property. Her gallery is open throughout the year, and she can take people down and open up. And so it'll be like a vendor booth, like I have at the vendor mall. And she'll just get a commission if she opens it and sells something for us while we're not there. But we do need to be there the 3 main shows of the year, which are winter, spring, and fall shows. So yeah, and then we can send people down by appointment. So we know that she'll be there to open up for us. There's a reindeer. So the hope also then is we can take down another load of some more displays, furniture, that kind of stuff to put items on, and then of course inventory. As we like when I go to the Florida show, I'm driving basically like through that area anyway, and I can pick up, if like, oh, I need this, but it's at Round Top, I can pick that inventory up, drop off some new inventory while we're there, take it to our show, and then as we come home, we can drop it back off, pick up anything else we thought we could, and come back home again. So it should be like a good like the hubs for us. We have Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus. And I think that's the end of all the felt little guys. If I'm hoping I didn't miss anyone else there for that. But yeah, so it's kind of like a whole learning curve because Round Top is more, it used to be very much a flea market junk, go through the fields and dig through everybody's boxes. And then Round Top, that's Warrenton, which is it's a town further south. And then Round Top itself has become a little bit more upscale and higher end kind of stuff. A lot of the newer stuff is coming in, like furniture, chandeliers, rugs, clothing, jewelry, decor, where it's brought in mass quantities. Um, and then of course you have like the individual venues. They're more like set up like we are, which is like a glass show, an antique show, kind of a booth that has one of a kind items, collectibles, vintage, antiques, that kind of stuff, where it's not something that we have, 2 dozen of available to sell. All right. Midge just taking Mr. and Mrs. Claus. You got it, Midge. So it is a whole learning curve for us all together. We just we have never set up for something like that before. So, yeah. So I hope I've pretty much described it and got a feel for kind of how it is and how it works and stuff. It's a lot of different buildings, so people can just drive from city to city, venue to venue, house, building to building, pull up, shop, go to the next one. We are one of the few that have air conditioning. So, and since it was so hot, we were in the 90 to 96 the whole time we were down there. So it was an advantage for us in the fall to be able to have some air conditioning where people could come in and cool off and look around for a little bit and then go on to something else. We're like, come on by in the afternoon. We'll make cookies. You'll have those out because we have the little oven. We're making cookies throughout the afternoons as well. So kind of a fun little thing to have to be able to offer people since we had the little studio in the back room to stay at. So yeah, it was nice and hot. All right, I think I'm pretty close. I know I'm kind of short tonight, but my voice is short. What else did I mean? Oh, wait, I got another bag right down here. Don't you worry, I got a few more things. So yeah, if there's any other questions, let me know. Throw them in the chat. This is one of those pressed cardboard vintage Christmas bowls. I love these. The graphics on these are amazing. This needs to be at about $12 to start here. It's got all the candy all the way around, all those little elf helpers. Great little graphics. Look at how cute they are. Look at your ears. I don't know. Some of these were made, I know, in like Germany. This one has a signature on it. Oh, there it is. Made in West Germany. Right here. And then there's a signature over here by the artist. So this, I think this would be a great just even hanging on the wall or on the back of a shelf for a background. Oh, and there's like gold accents on the printing as well. Lots of these ended up flat because people would put them in their Christmas boxes and the weight of something else would just press them back out flat again. So, but great graphics. All right, all you critters, you're going back over here, and I'm gonna. This was the stuff I bought at Round Top. I know, I want a little live one. I don't know, they're kind of mischievous. Oh, whoops! I went a bulb. No, don't worry, one bulb down. One of our friends, we were over there, and people that were in their building, they're in their 80s, and it was going to be their last season, their last time at Round Top. And she was putting out a whole bunch of Christmas. So, all right. So this set is going to be a $12 set. It's three snowballs that you're going to like put in a bowl for decor. They're like paper mache with glitter all over them. So if you put them in, I don't have them. My bowls are either too big or too small. So like piling them up like the little fish floats in a bowl with some other ornaments. The biggest one is a little over 4 inches. The medium one is 3.5, and the small is about 2.5, 3 inches. So I think they were styrofoam and they put something over them to smooth them out and then have the glitter on top. So, but I think they would be great with some of the mercury glass ornaments to display in a bowl or centerpiece, or even a sleigh on a centerpiece of a table. Get back in there so all the glitter stays in the bag. We don't need glitter everywhere, honestly. And then I have some random ornaments. And I busted that one. So I have some ornaments in the Mercury style ones, and I have some fruit ones. So the fruit ones we can do as a set if you want. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or we can do them each. They originally came from Pier 1. If we're doing them each, I'd probably start them at $2 each because Pier 1 you can't get anymore. But I think some of them are. I don't think they're all Pier 1. Let's do $2 each. We have, I think this is like a walnut or a pecan. This is the one that has the Pier 1 tag. So they are the glass Mercury style ornaments. About that big, meaning about 3 inches. We have a peanut. It's got a little star-shaped ornament hook on it. It's about 3.5 inches. We have, let's call this one a walnut. It is same, about 3 inches. And then the fruit. We have a banana, 3.5 inches. A strawberry. Now that one has a little bit of paint loss on it. Just so you know. That red just really doesn't like to stick on stuff. Ooh, we'll drop it, it won't stick on it at all. That's about 2 inches. Let's see. I'm gonna call this one grapes. It is again about 3 inches. I'm doing a height, what I'm telling you, sorry. And a pear. So that one is about 2.5 inches. So each of those are $2 a piece, and or I do the whole set for $12 because there's 7 of them there. And they all coordinate pretty well. I'm guessing somebody had those in a bowl as like a fruit and nut kind of theme. And then they have this bag, which I probably do the same thing. $2 a piece is probably the easiest way to go. Take out this broken one. I see a big chunk. There's a lot of gold ones in here that are the 1.5 inch balls. I'm gonna need to use this so they don't run away from me. I will pull out the more, let's say more unique ones versus the solid color ones. And that's what we'll look at. I have this red with silver glitter. That is about 3.5 inches long. So it looks like we have that in the white with silver as well. Or I don't know what the shape is called. It's like an oval drop, but it's a little bit shorter. It's about 2 inches. I think this one might be a little bit older. Let's see. What's it say on top? Made in USA. This is an older one. There's Made in USA. It's a green with the bells that have been stenciled on in the white. That is about a 2-inch ball. So there are There are more of the ones with the glitter because those look like they were probably a newer style. So there's another white one. Oh no. It's broken and I just stuck my finger in it. This one is broken. It's sad. It doesn't look broken. That's why I put my finger in it and then I got my finger stuck. This is another 2-inch one. I would say this is that hot pink color with a stenciled train all the way around. It says Christmas in the steam. Merry Christmas. If someone was interested in these, like as a set, I could make you a price for that. Let's see. This is another oldie. It says on the top, oh, shiny bright, made in USA. Hot pink, silver, green stripe, white stripe. That is a 2-inch ball, just under a 2-inch ball. So again, any of these right now, singly are $2 a piece. This one says made in the USA, definitely vintage with the gold. It's a smidge bigger. It is about 2 1/4. I'm trying to find this one, see if it has anything written on it. The stenciled ones, Marilyn. So you'd like the bell and the train, I think. And the only other one I have is a striped, but I'm thinking you just meant the 2. You let me know. Marilyn. 2 ornament balls. That's a train. Bells. Perfect. Unless you want me to add the stripe one. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, this is like the one that was broken, but I think this is newer. It's got like the part that goes in, and then it has glitter that kind of goes all the way around. But it doesn't say anything at the top. And so this is similar to the other one that was broken. But it's tiny. This is a tinier one, which is just about, it's under 1.5 inches. Do I have any crocheted ones? I do not. All of these ornaments are the Mercury glass style. I was gonna see if there were any other fun looking ones in here. Oh, there's this one. Oh, but it's missing its top. If I find the top, I could put it with it. That's no good. This is the kind of that beehive shape, but it's missing its hook in the top. You don't think that one's that new? Okay. Well, why I say that is because I had a red one and I have this one, and I was going to see if there was, right. I mean, maybe it's only 2. Oh, and the sparkle, here's the third color, is the purple. So we have purple, red, and like an ivory in this combination with the glitter. And then there's the round ones as well. That must have been a coordinating group. Yeah. What does this one say? That's what I was thinking too, but this one is too teeny tiny. It's like a 1/4 inch. And the other one's in the bottom of the bag somewhere. I haven't gotten to it yet. This one says Ranch. RAUCH? RAUCH? Is that a brand? Can I get it to focus? It says it twice around the top. It's kind of a gold color, but just a solid, so it's missing. Oh, never mind. That's just a little piece that was stuck to it. That is about 1 3/4 inch. When I come to it, I will definitely try and put it on that beehive kind of style one. There's another one with that same brand on it. So there's two in this kind of a champagne ivory color. It's not quite off-white. It's not quite gold. So I think we're getting, I think that's the rest of them are pretty much all, they're nice, but you see all the little pieces of the one I broke all over in there. But yeah, these are newer ones. But they would look good in a bowl full if I did a little grouping. And there's some glitter ones in here, but yeah, more of the glitter striped ones. But I think I pulled out the majority of the older ones. I'm looking for the top of that other one. I don't think that'll be, I don't know if it'll fit. It's too small. It is definitely too small because there's the broken one and there's the top of the other one. Not interchangeable, unfortunately. So, yeah. Okay, so I would do this little set together of this size. This would be seven colors of these 1 1/4. So this would be $5 for these 7. So it's got 2 reds, a green, a blue, a gold, a silver, and a pink. And these are 1 1/4 inch balls. So there's kind of that colorway right there. Those are all the same size, same style. Other than that, it's the glitter ones I could put together as a group. And there's 3 different shapes and like 3 or 4 different colors of that. And then these couple that had this other brand on top would be the only other thing I could put together right now out of this bag. Other than that, of course there's glitter ones stuck in here. More sparkly ones, but those are brand new. Brand new style. So yeah, nobody else has any other fun things on the top of them. This one says made in China, so we know that one is newer. So, Marilyn, you want the glitter ones? This group, sorry, or the round ones that are all glitter. Let's see. I think there's only 4. Or this group. Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I do the $6 for these ones that all coordinate. Because there's 12 pieces in those coordinates. Is that all right with you? Do $6 on the 12. So that's 12 piece at the $6, and that's the glitter lines. Ornament group. Okay, perfect. Otherwise, yeah, the majority of everything else is in these gold tones. So I was hoping for a few more older ones, but get a few, you lose, it's not a bad combination little bag. This is probably the only other one that's left of the older ones. So, all right. You got it, Marilyn. I will pull those out for you and put those all together. And then I will put all those back in here. And I think those are all, let me make like 6 different statements at once. Put them in here so they don't roll off the table. That's what I was trying to do. And I think those are the last 3 things I had of Christmas ornaments. So here's what they look like, Marilyn. All of the glitter lined ones together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, a bonus one. All right. Yes, thank you for the reminder of the thumbs up, Stephanie. I appreciate it so much. I'm trying to make sure that I've at least go through the things that I had out tonight and unwrapped, which I'm pretty sure I did. We did all the Christmassy stuff. That was at my feet. We did the pillow. Oh, well, I have a couple trolls and I have an elf. I have a porcelain doll elf, be $10. He's got his paint. He's going to paint the train for Santa. I have no idea who made him. He's got, it says Leader Light, 2004. Right there. Look, he's even got a little smudge of paint on his cheek from painting toys. Are you in on my elf, Miss Stephanie? No, I said 10. I showed you what I had him at my show, but I said 10. So you're good at 10. So, okay. Elf doll. Stephanie. And even with all your extra letters, you're still my regular Stephanie, right? Just making sure. Yep, I thought I said 10. No worries, Kristen. The trolls that I have are the last of it. This is the last thing that I pulled, and I put it behind me. So I have some troll dolls, and I figured they've been to like 3 or 4 different Scandi shows, so I was going to pull them and put them in my booth. So this would be a $4 one, as we have overalls with the yellow crazy hair. These are the bigger ones, so they're plush on the bottom, and then they have the plastic faces. And get all the glitter off the table here. This one would also be a $4 start. We have the gingerbread. Thank you, Stephanie. He's got the soft body with the red crazy hair. These have the rust tags on the bottom of them. Yep, this one does too. Right there. And then we have the baby troll, who just has the little tuft of hair. Verlaine, you're interested in a troll? You've got it. This is the last one I have in this size. So this is the baby. There's no shirt under the overalls, but baby troll. She also has the little rust tag. So the 3 of those are a choice of $4 each. So Verlaine, you just let me know what you want. Gingerbread, baby, or blue overalls, or any combination of them. As she's counting you down, I have a little troll and a Starbucks bear left. Will be my last 2. All 3. You got it. Wonderful. Thank you. Put them right back there so they don't fall off. So this one is a $4 start as well. This is the plastic body. So we have the red hair and sealed with a kiss, kind of a Valentine's theme. And I just had my $6 price that I'm telling you all for. And there is the Russ brand at the bottom. So this is like the typical all plastic ones. So that would be a $4 one. Oh, Marcy. Well, I have trolls from Norway too, but none of them made it out this weekend. I realized about halfway through on Saturday I didn't have any trolls. Stephanie, you would like the $3, the wooden snowman. You got it. I know right where he is. This guy here. You got him. And I see that MJ is in on the Valentine's troll. So we'll count her down. So this is the heart troll at $4. Perfect. Got it. And this is my last plush after we got MJ in on the Valentine's troll. Wonderful. And once we get that one counted down, I pulled this one because he wasn't as I have a couple other Starbucks bears that I left in my Scandy stuff because they were like dressed up in like winter hats and scarves and stuff. So I left them in. But this gal was going to a pajama party. But she's got a cute little teddy bear with her. Give me a $6 start here. We have the slippers. And so then you see that it is a Starbucks bear, the Baristas from 07. And look at her cute little eyelashes. And she's got a bow with a little bit of fur at the top. And here is her tag on the back right here as well. Starbucks bears used to be big, and hard to find. So, MJ, you want this little gal, this little sleepover gal as well? You got her. I will add her right here. I'm going to say Starbucks bear. And I said 6. And we'll count you down. Wow, that was a great run at the end, guys. Awesome. Because I think that's what I was doing, making sure I'd gone through everything. Want him to fall off because he's porcelain. Yep. We made it through it all. Last call. So as we're calling that down, again, if there's anything that I passed that you're interested in, or there's something you're looking for, let me know. Throw it in the chat. Send me an email at vintagevikingtreasures@gmail.com. I'm going to double check with Steven to make sure that he is still on the same page with me for next week. That would be his typical Tuesday that he would be here with me on my channel. And if not, we're going to keep going and fill in. It's not like I took a week off. I'm sure I can find more stuff to do with or without him. Either way, but it was always fun time having Steven come over. And so again, I want to thank Kristen so much for helping me out, and great to have Kim in the chat after she did her sale with us a couple weeks ago. So yay, it's good to be back, guys. I'm glad to be home, getting a regular routine for a little while until until the next show. So have a great week, everybody. Stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for joining me. Good night, everybody.